Hi and welcome to this week's technique breakdown. Today we're going to break down a very technical and sneaky high kick variation that I call the catch Mawashi Geri, or the catch high kick. It's a very sneaky technique that I like to use in sparring and play around with it, but I've also used it in karate fights and I've even won fights with it. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight to it. Alright, so the catch Mawashi Geri is basically a high kick but with a delayed impact. And what I mean by that, I'm going to show you right now. So basically the way this kick works is, after you throw a couple of high kicks and your opponent gets the timing down and they start blocking it, what you do then is you delay the impact. So you throw the kick, catch it, and then release it. So you initiate the high kick, catch it, and then release it. I like it because it's fun, it's safe to use in sparring, you can touch with it, or you can follow through with your full weight behind the kick, depending on the situation. So we break it down step by step. You initiate it by just throwing a regular roundhouse kick and turning your heel against your opponent so that your hip comes through fully. And from here, you turn your knee downwards and then you catch your foot before you extend the kick. So it looks like a regular roundhouse kick is coming, catch, release. Make sure to turn on your supporting foot and release. So it's almost like a question mark kick or a Brazilian kick, depending on what you call it, but you catch your foot and then you release it once your opponent lowers their guard. What's gonna happen is you're gonna throw a high kick. Your opponent is gonna bring his hands up to block the kick. And then when the kick doesn't come, hopefully they lower their hands, and that's when you release the kick, and then it comes up and over the guard, connecting to the jaw or the neck. All right, so if you're looking from the side, it looks like this. I'm standing with my opponent in front of me, throw a high kick, they bring their hands up, they block it, good. The next time you're gonna throw it and catch it, and then you release it. High kick. And the way you grab the leg, it doesn't really matter. You can catch it on the inside or on the outside, meaning you can hold it like this, or if I bring it up, I can hold it like this. And I'm not trying to grab my leg like this. What I want to do is I want to hook my hand. I want to hook my wrist around it so that my shin or my instep is on the inside of my arm that's being hooked like this. So the kick comes up, grab it, try to hold balance, lean in, release. All right, I got my bag in front of me and I'm gonna show you how you can work this on the back. So I'm in front of my bag at a safe kicking distance, and from here, just get the feel of it. Start by throwing a high kick, good. If I can connect with the high kick, then I can connect with the catch high kick. So I'm in front of the bag, and then from here, I initiate the high kick, catch it, and then I throw the kick. And as you can see, it's almost like you're holding a rubber band and releasing it, and then you just flick it straight into the head of the opponent. So when you catch it, don't just hold it like this. Try to build up some tension in your quads so that when you release it, the kick just flicks out like a rubber band. And when it comes to the difficulty of this kick, it's up there. It's a bit fancy, it's a bit more technical than your regular roundhouse kick to the head. But in the beginning, just try to work on your coordination. Try to turn on your heel. Try to actually catch the leg and then releasing it like a rubber band, as we spoke of earlier, and just focus on that. Don't worry about making a whole lot of noise when you kick the bag. Don't worry about the power. Don't worry about all that stuff. It's gonna come later. This kick is all about speed and timing. And once you get the speed and timing down, you can increase the weight of the kick and the power of the kick by leaning forward when you release it, bringing your body's mass into the kick. And it's a bit tricky to do that on the bag. A lot easier if you have a live opponent, because a head is so much more comfortable to kick than a bag is. but this will have to do for now. But what I'm trying to explain is, you grab the kick, you hook it, catch it, and then you lean into it and sort of fall into it. So you grab it and move into it. Alright, so there's no surprise, you're gonna need some flexibility to pull this kick off. And before working this kick, you really want to make sure to stretch your hamstrings on the supporting leg that's going to kick, because the hamstring is really going to get stretched out when you turn your back against your opponent and you hold your leg up in the air. So you really want to be nice and warmed up before you start throwing this kick. And one good stretch that you can do that's going to simulate the position you're going to be in before you throw the kick is just grab onto something, grab your wrist, grab your foot, and then push your knee back until you feel a stretch in your quads and in your hip flexor. Push your hip forward and pull it back. Try to keep your back straight. And really just hold it until it doesn't hurt anymore, or until you don't feel any strain. And after that, if you want to push the stretch, you grab onto a chair, you grab onto a wall or whatever. Or if you're a ninja, you don't have to grab onto anything. I have to, because this is hard for me. And then you just grab your kick. Grab your leg like this. I mean, this is the kicking position. This is the position that's going to be challenging. And from here, basically just try to lift the leg as high up in the air as you can. And then you're going to feel what area of your body is restricting you from doing this movement. Push it. I can feel it in my hamstrings. So before I start doing this, I really stretch it out. And from here, you see, just throw the kick. And this movement in itself can actually be a drill to build up control of your leg to be able to throw the kick later. Hold on to something, get your leg up, release it. Grab it, bring it up, and release it. And just get a couple of repetitions in doing that. Nice and easy, get warm, get warmed up, stretch everything out so that you're ready to work on this kick. All right, guys, that was the catch Mawashi Geri, the offbeat high kick, the catch high kick, call it what you want, the rubber band high kick. Doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you work on it, get a feel for it, start landing it in sparring, and then hopefully you land it in competition, you tag me in an awesome highlight, and I can see that it's working for you. I don't want to go on and on. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment in the box below, subscribe, hit the notification button. And as always, please give me some feedback. Let me know what you think of the kick. Play around with it, work it on a bag, work it on the pads, kick your sparring partners in the head with it, have fun with it. And until next week, thank you guys for watching.